Happy Wednesday, guys. I'm Toni Shiloh, and I'm bringing you today's Wednesday excerpts, which I'm going to be reading an excerpt from my new published book, Winning His Trust. It's set in the fictional town of Willow Springs, Arkansas, hence the fun background of the Buffalo National River. So I'm just going to pick a little section of chapter 1 to read to you to get you hooked in. The purchase links are in my bio as always. So this starts off with Jordan Wood, the sister to Michael Wood, who was mentioned in her Christmas redemption, and she's currently working in the general store. Jordan ran a hand down her forearm, then straightened when the door chimed. "Welcome," she called out. The man had a ball cap over his head and was looking down at the cutest little boy she'd ever seen. The boy's brown curls were right all over his head. His golden brown skin held a youthful glow as his cheeks bunched up, reminiscent of a chipmunk. The little boy stopped walking and met her stare. "You're not Mr. Mike." The boy's dad looked up and Jordan's breath hitched. She swallowed. "I'm his sister, Jordan." Her gaze flicked from the kid to the man standing next to him. She'd know that face anywhere. "Declan." He tipped his hat as they walked up to the counter. "Hey, Jordan, heard you were back." Declan Porter was a dad? How had she missed that grapevine news? And not even a new one, because the little boy had to be about 4 or 5. She stared at the kid once more. His brown eyes were so very opposite of Declan's ice blue ones. Not to mention Declan had blonde hair, at least he had in high school. And though his skin could be considered tan, it didn't fall in the brown shade of hers and the little boy's. "Say something." "I've been back since Christmas," she said. Declan nodded. "Dad, can I go look at the dinosaurs?" The boy pointed to the stand holding plush animals. "Sure, River." Declan turned to Jordan. "Is Big Mike around?" She wanted to roll her eyes at her brother's moniker, but more because irritation over their morning meeting still coursed through her. "He's busy with Simplicity Rentals work." The tiny homes they rented out rested on the land behind the general store. "How may I help you?" Declan rocked back on his heels. "Could I leave a message for Mike? He knows my number, so he can call me back when he gets a chance." Jordan silently counted to 3. "Is this about the store?" "Yes." "Then how may I help you?" Good grief. Had he been misogynistic in high school? No learners usually thought they were better than others, didn't they? His face flushed. "I wanted to talk to him about a partnership with the store." The calm tenor of his voice seemed at odds with the fidgety nature of his hands and feet. She arched an eyebrow. "What kind of partnership?" "I don't know if you know, but I offer tourist outdoor adventure guides through my business, Porter Adventures. However, I'd like to expand in the area of retail sales. I'm hoping you'd be willing to carry some outdoor equipment and brochures detailing my adventure packages." Her heart thumped at the idea. Willow Springs was situated between the Ozark Mountains and the Buffalo River in Arkansas, the perfect area to sell camping gear and the like. But would Mike agree? "Do you have a supplier already?" Declan lifted the ball cap, running a hand through his hair. Without the hat, Jordan could see it was still blonde, only no longer that Californian blonde shade of his youth, but something more golden. The top looked a little long, like maybe he was in need of a haircut soon. Why are you thinking about his hair? Hadn't she just escaped a drama-filled relationship in which she'd been wrapped up in her ex's good looks and the charm that oozed from him every time he opened his mouth? Now she thanked the good Lord she dodged a man who couldn't commit to only one woman. Instead, he'd chosen to devote himself to her 2 childhood best friends turned roommates. Thank goodness Mike had offered her a place to recover from that failed relationship. Yes, but I don't have the space. My business consists of myself, my website, and whatever gear I feel we need for each activity." Jordan's mind spun different scenarios as she imagined what her brother would say. She needed more information. What are you wanting to sell?" "Life jackets, camping gear, accessories for hiking, etc." Declan set his hands into his pockets. Jordan scanned the inside of the general store, taking in the groceries on her right and the clothing items on her left. Where would they have the room for camping gear and the like? "I'm not even sure where that would all fit." "Okay, what if we started off small?" Declan walked on his heels, like carrying hiking packs, boots, knives, or multi-tools, maybe even some first aid kits. That shouldn't take up too much room, right? A hopeful look entered his eyes. If you decide that's a good fit, we could revisit the bigger items like tents and sleeping bags. That all made sense. Plus, she'd been dying to rearrange the store to make it more shopper friendly. She'd taken classes on store layouts, and the general store was a poster child for what not to do. But it's tradition. After losing Pop a couple of years ago, Mike seemed to be clinging to the ways of their father. Not that she could blame him, but Pop had always taught them to do things smarter, not to be obstinate beyond belief. She blew out of breath. Focus, Jay. That's it. If you want to read more, go ahead and pick up your copy today. You can find them at Walmart's, your favorite online retailer, the Harlequin store, wherever your buying preferences is. Have a great Wednesday, guys.